Hey guys, JT with just my final thoughts on the new ECX Ruckus 4x4. You guys know that ECX released this, of course, guest through Horizon Hobbies back in April or something. I just got this truck and I ran it several times, brushed, and then I ran it brushless. So I want to give you guys my thoughts on this truck and stuff, and talk real quick about some of the updates they've done to it. So most of the updates they've done to it, of course, is going to be the body, tires, and wheels. And it's also going to be this new radio, this STX2 radio. I haven't had any problems or issues with this radio, and I do like it that it has this feature. If you guys can see that there, 50. Let's see if we can get some light on this and this will focus in a little bit better. Does it make it better? Does it make it better? Does it make it better? Somewhat. So it has that down there in the bottom. Get the focus in. There we go. 50, 75, and 100. So stock out the box, you're not going to be using that. You're going to probably leave this at 100% because the system for this car that comes with it just to me doesn't have enough power to really bring the performance out on this truck, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But I haven't had any issues or anything with the radio gear or anything like that. Fine reception and stuff and fine response, and I'll get to the servo in just a second as well. So with everything else, I like the way they've done the look of this truck. I just wish they would have upgraded some of the internals in here. Tires and wheels were fine. Didn't have any problems with traction, having too much or too little traction with these tires. And the wheels, I like that design of it as well. So didn't have any problems with that. The body, I think, is very, 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 very nice. Guys, I have some other plans for this body. I'm going to actually put on a couple of things. I like the way this looks. So go ahead and get this off real quick, and we'll go to the guts of the truck. So with this truck, the servo is slow. It's real slow, actually. I think that if you're going to put a lot more power through this and stuff, you're definitely going to need a better and faster servo, because this one is just not up to par to turn these big meats on this truck. Suspension setup and everything for this truck, stock out the box, was fine. And you guys see that I do have the brushless system in there. This is the Arma BLX system that I put up in here. Battery tray and stuff, you guys see I have the foam spacers in there. They give you two of them. You can kind of adjust these if you want more weight in the back or on the front, or if you kind of want in between. So that's a good thing too with it. And I like the way they have these battery straps. You can put actually larger lipos in here as well. As far as the drivetrain and stuff goes, I ran this on 2S only. I didn't run it on 3S. I'm not 100% sure that this drivetrain is going to hold up to a 3S run with this system. This is a 4-pole motor. So if you do plan on going brushless, I'd recommend one of the Ghoul RCs or something. It's like 40, 50 bucks. It's going to be a little bit cheaper and save some money in your pockets. It's not going to be super powerful. I do believe their motors may be 2-pole, maybe 4-pole, but they're not going to have as much torque and stuff as this one will. So it's not going to rip your gears and stuff apart. I did take this apart and look at some of the gears in it, the differential gears and stuff, and it does have some really thick grease and stuff in there. So it wasn't just a little bit of grease or thin or anything like that. So they did actually pack those up pretty good from this kit that I have here with this. Other little things, there's no really too many updates to this other than what they did externally to change the look of the Ruckus 4x4, and of course they have their circuit 4x4s built on the same platform as well. I do recommend that if you get this truck, if you can find it, I would gear it down if you're going to leave it stock out the box. That 12-tooth Mod 1 pinion gear that comes with this is just too much. It really does get the motor and the system and stuff hot in it. Mine got up to about 140 something, 150 something, which is hot for a brush motor, especially on your first few runs. Most people are not going to break these motors and stuff in. So as far as working on the truck, if you're trying to get to the drivetrain and stuff, or trying to adjust the motor mounts, it's just 2 screws here, actually 2 there, and then it's 1 actually right here where my thumb is pointed at, and that'll take this off and this plastic piece in there. Now the motor doesn't have any screws in it to actually set your mesh and stuff. You actually have to turn this motor into this to actually get the pinion gear to touch the slipper cut gear that's right here. So some beginners may have some issues with that, but once you get it in there and you know how to adjust it, you'll be fine. Just adjust it there, use the paper rule, take a thin sheet of paper, put it in between the 2 gears and adjust it so it touches. and then go ahead and tighten this back up and just take the paper and slip it out. That way you'll make sure you have proper gear mesh for there. This thing does have Phillips head screws everywhere for it, so I do recommend, if you're going to do a lot of work on this and taking it apart back and forth, that you get an electric one, because a manual is going to take you forever. Some of these screws are real long. Like these 2 screws here, after I unscrewed it, they came up to right about there. They were long. So if you don't, you're going to have some pretty big forearms. So anyway, there's not too much more to this. I mean, this design and stuff is still the same as this. I love the look of it. I just wish they would have done some more updates, like maybe giving it a better servo in here, and maybe have changed some stuff. I don't know too much of what they could have done, but I would have liked to have seen this maybe platform be updated completely with this new body and stuff, because people that get this are going to want to put a lot of power to it. And I don't recommend the 3S power in this with a 4-pole power plant. I just don't, because I think you're going to end up ripping your gears and stuff apart. 2S, it'll be fine. You guys saw that it ran on 2S. It actually got up and ran pretty good. And I do recommend, if you get this and you leave it stock out the box, to go ahead and try to find you a mod 1 pin, or a 9-tooth mod 1 pinion gear, or even a 10-tooth. Something that's going to be a little bit smaller than this 12-tooth that comes with it, because it is going to be too much for the truck, and you are going to end up probably overheating your motor so much it's going to burn out. So anyway, guys, that's my final thoughts on the new ECX Ruckus 4x4. You guys stay tuned. I'll be moving on to other vehicles coming up soon. Not sure what's coming, not sure what's in the release queue just yet, but we'll find out and see what's going on. So as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching.